Now let us focus on the what are the HSE measures means to be selected. What should be the approach? We need to focus on zero incidents, not on achieving the targets. Okay, so most of the companies, because most of the companies are in the phobia of celebrating million man hours, LTA free million man hours. So because of that, their focus is only to achieve that LTA free minimum a million man hours. I really hate this one because it is totally taking you in a different direction. Means just by achieving that so many million man hours, LTA free million man hours, you are not doing justice for HSE. If you are a real HSE professional, you need to focus on zero incidents, not on achieving the target. Okay, so zero incidents should be the focus. Now, go for the long-term planning when you set the target. Now, like don't go for the short-term planning. So again, don't reinvent the wheel. Means like there are many companies are coming up with so many tools and troubling the employees. No, you have the best systems in the world. Means like make use of the expertise available in the world. Means like IOGP is like my favorite entity. Association of International Oil and Gas Producers. They have so many experts in that, and they are coming up with a good indicators after doing a lot of debate, and they come up with so many task force committees, and after debating and discussing, they came up with these good indicators. So simply have those indicators with you, that's all. So why you should reinvent the wheel? Why you should have something which is not at all being followed by any entity? So so that is my message to you, sir. Have some good indicators. You have so many entities who are working as a role model, and they are working only for us. That's all. Assign the company-wise, department-wise, and unit-wise targets. Means like when you have the targets or tolerances, so you need to simply put in the company level. No, you have so many departments. You may be having so many divisions. So each department should have some target. Means like the company target should be distributed among the lower level departments and unit-wise targets, and then only everyone will be focusing on those things. So individual performance goals, like for example, like a negative indicators, the lagging indicators will be there for the teams and the groups and the company, whereas leading indicator, for example, trainings, audits, inspections, these kind of leading indicators you can assign to the individual employees also. You can have some targets for each individual, at least to the middle level management people, you can have some targets. So you need to have these many audits, you need to go for these many site visits. So those kind of leading indicators you can have in your balance scorecard, and you also can assign some target on those leading indicators. Like now, some of the sample HSE measures, like earlier I have shown the blank format. Now I'm showing a format with some indicators. So how it looks like, it means like I'm showing fatalities as one indicator. Then after that, the LTA frequency rate as another indicator. TRIR means total recordable injury rate, and then severity rate and motor vehicle accident frequency rate, environmental incidents and numbers, volume of spill, gas flaring, effluent water to pits and traffic fire. So this is how just I put it just for the sake of discussion. Okay, so it's not that only you should have this. So these kind of measures you can have, these are all, if you see the lagging indicators. So you have some measure, and then you will have some unit, and then you also will have the threshold or tolerance and the stretch, and then you will put an actual value, and you will be measuring and monitoring on monthly basis. Okay, so this is how the companies are working, and you also will put somebody who is responsible, and whether you achieved or not achieved all those things on monthly basis. So suppose you have a fatality in the first month of the year. So what you will do? So you need to have some programs, and you need to convey the message very strongly to the entire company. Yes, let us focus on control. We should not have any another fatality in the year like that. So you have some LTIs in the first quarter of the year. So you need to come up with some good programs so that at least the remaining part of the year you will not have the LTIs. So this is how the companies are working, and that is how they are monitoring the performance continuously. And this is the way you can set some of the measures in your balance scorecard. Now, this slide will show you some of the examples of leading indicators is linear miss reports, safety observations and conversations, audits, HSE trainings, HSE campaigns, awareness sessions, percentage of action items closed, and site verification visits by the senior management, and site verification visits by the middle management or engineers or supervisors. So whatever is there are different companies using different varieties of leading indicators. I'm just showing you some examples here. So you can put some, like a target for each and every measure for the unit level, even the department level, and even the company level. And then you can monitor by putting the actual values on every month. So this is how you can put some of the measures as a leading indicators in your balances scorecard. Now, so keep these processes as part of your system. Means whatever are there, like you need to have some processes in the company. Like you need to have a good HSE organogram. Well, you need to have some HSE management system. You need to have balances scorecard. You need to have some smart targets and tolerances on the HSE measures. Evaluation system is there. You need to evaluate the performance. And then again, you need to have the programs in place to enhance your HSE performance. If you don't do these things, you cannot think of achieving a good HSE performance. Hope it is clear to me. Am I with you, brothers? Are you with me? One
Yes,
or two
sir,
people
yes,
can say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Are clear, okay? So I will not ask you that I'm going fast or slow, but again, of course I'm going very fast. And now it is 8:45. Another 10 minutes, I will try to finish, maximum 10 minutes. So bear with me. And if you have any questions, I suggest you to put in the chat box so that I will pick up those questions from the chat box and I will try to clarify you. So within another 10 minutes, I will finish the presentation. And of course, I have a lot of slides, but bear with me, and it is going to be very useful and exciting information to all of you. I'm going to show the real measures and the trends, and you can see and enjoy. So far, I was talking theoretically. Now you can see the practically. So programs to enhance the HSE performance. Like you need to first of all identify the right programs. So how it is possible is when you have so many incidents, you need to have like a understanding on what are the root causes which are resulting into those incidents. To address those root causes, you need to have the right programs. For the sake of conducting the programs, if you keep on conducting, it is not going to help you to improve your performance. I see many people, unfortunately, they keep on wasting and doing so many big programs on routine basis, and those programs are not going to help you much. Means you need to address your root causes. What are the root causes which are troubling you? Means in your company, in your department, in your asset, in your directorate, in your group. So you need to capture those things and develop the customized programs to address those root causes. Otherwise, simply if you want to please the management by doing so many programs and campaigns, the whole year you can waste a lot of time, but again, in the end, you are not going to get results. I feel sorry to say that I really see many people in the companies, they are not they are only focusing on pleasing the management. Brothers, if you are really a real HSE professional, focus on the programs. Your programs should be really addressing the root causes. Otherwise, the purpose of having the HSE professionals in the company is defeated. So, I want to very strongly convey this message. You need to identify the right programs for your company. So if that is not done, so whatever you do, simply it is going to be a waste exercise. That's all. Implement them in the entire company. Means like it's not the question of you go and convey a campaign in one particular area, and after that you will show so many slides and come up with good video films and take the awards. No, you have to make sure that this program is implemented across the entire area wherever you are. Just taking the photos and most of the HSE people are busy only in taking the photos and putting in the presentation. No, it is not going to help you. If you are really serious to enhance your performance, implement that across the entire company wherever you are. Just don't go and pick up some 10 people and do some program, after that come up with the photos, I did this. No, whatever the other 1,000 people who are working in your company, if those 990 people are not bothered of, they don't know anything about what you did. So then again, you will have so many incidents in that particular area also. So you need to implement them in the entire company, not in a particular segment of your company or simply one corner of the office. You will do something and come up with a good photo and view. No, it is not going to help anybody. You will have problems. Verify whether they are effective or not. Okay? You need to see whether it is effective or not. If the program is not effective, then you are not going to improve your performance. This is the biggest problem why the companies are facing so many incidents. So this is another biggest area where people are failing to implement. I request, with the due respect to all the HSC professionals, I request all of you to focus on this. Means like the programs are very, very important. If you are a real HSC professional, and bother about your people, those who are working in your company. The companies are recruiting the HSC professional only to make sure that their employees are protected. Our duty is to make sure that all our employees are conveyed with the proper message. So yeah, it is the responsibility of all the HSC professionals to conduct the right programs, and so that those right programs will give good results to the company. Now, I will go quickly through some of the trend analysis and the measures of IOGP as per the Safety Performance Indicators report of Association of International Oil and Gas Producers. So I'm going to show these slides. Now, this is a very good and important indicator, that is a HSE measure. Fatal accident rate means on the left side of the slide, you can see the definition. Fatal accident rate is number of fatalities per 100 million hours work. This is the definition, and this is how they are measuring year by year. So for the employees of the company, for the contract employee, the trend is there. So instead of having the fatalities as a measure, you need to have the fatal accident rate as the right measure. That is the right measure. If you simply have the fatalities, it is not going to reflect the real picture of the company. It's like maybe a company has only 10 employees, another company has 12,000 employees. So the company which has 10 employees will never have any fatality, maybe after 10 years or 15 years. So they will be showing 0 fatalities. But the other company with the 1,200 or 12,000 employees or maybe 100,000 employees, they may have 1 or 2 fatalities. So question is, when you compare with the fatal accident rate, the number of man hours are also captured. So that is how the real measure is going to show the real performance. Number of fatalities, you can see this slide again here, the number of fatalities on one side, but on the other side, the frequency rate also is there, fatal accident rate. Okay, so this is how the performance is supposed to be measured, monitored, and evaluated. This is another indicator, total recordable injury rate. Means like on the left side of the screen and the slide, you can see the definition. Total recordable injury rate, number of total recordable injuries per million hours worked. Okay, per million hours worked. So here, this is how like they are measuring from IOGP. Means this the 2 curves, and the third one is there. One is for the company, another one is for the contractor, and the third one is the overall. Okay, so this is how it is also a very good indicator you can have in your balances scorecard. Total recordable injury rate. Okay, what is the formula? Total recordable injury, number of injuries per million man hours worked. Last time injury rate by the company and contractor. So this, most of the people know about this one. However, you need to understand the difference between the formulas. As per IOGP, it is the number of last time injuries per million hours worked. Whereas in OSHA, it is a per 200,000 man hours worked. So that is the difference based on the regulations, whatever you are following, and based on the guidance of your company. So you can have. So this is how LTI frequency rate also is being used as a very good indicator. And severity of the last workday case, this is another very good indicator. Most of the companies in the Middle East are not using, but again, I recommend strongly to have this indicator in your company balances for average number of days lost per last workday case. So if you don't have this one, again, you are not going to do justice to the people, those who are working there. So this is a very good indicator one should have. And you can see here also severity of the last workday cases. Again, the company, the slides of the IOGP from extracted from the Safety Indicators Performance Report 2019. So you see company performance, contractor performance, overall performance, onshore performance, offshore performance, the comparison is there. Average number of days lost per last workday case. Again, so now so far I have been explaining about the safety indicator. Now I will again go to the environmental performance indicators. Okay. Environmental performance indicator, you see greenhouse gas emissions per unit of hydrocarbon production. So most of the companies simply they are using greenhouse gas emissions only in tons. That is not going to help. You need to have the frequency rate, means greenhouse gas emissions per unit of hydrocarbon production. If you don't compare with the unit of hydrocarbon production, so then it's of no use. The big company, which the big companies which are producing a lot of hydrocarbon production, means they will be shown as a bad elements. So that's not justice. That's not correct. So if you really want to compare the performance, you need to consider the hydrocarbon production of that particular company only. Okay. So greenhouse gas emissions here on the left side of the screen, you can see tons per 1,000 tons production. This is the unit. This is very, very important. Okay. Again, here also you can see like IOGP compare the data among the regions, Africa, Asia, Europe. So they have a wonderful job, mashallah. I really am a favorite of IOGP, means like we being the member of IOGP, we submit the data and we keep on getting the reports. So question is these the units and the data are very, very important to benchmark your performance. SO2, sulfur dioxide emissions per unit of hydrocarbon production. Again, the tons per 1,000 tons of production. Yeah, simply, if you simply take SO2 only in tons without comparing and like with the hydrocarbon production, that is not correct. So again, here SO2 emissions per unit of hydrocarbon production. This is the right measure. NOx, again, tons per 1,000 tons of production. Okay, so this is another good indicator. Energy consumed, as I was telling earlier also, energy consumed per unit of hydrocarbon production. So when you have so many facilities in the company, when you have so many areas where people are working, so definitely the energy consumption will be high. So you need to compare that energy consumption with the hydrocarbon production, then only the indicator will be appropriate. Okay, so hydrocarbon flared, this is about the gas flaring. Hydrocarbon flared per unit of hydrocarbon production. This is how you need to have the indicator in your balances. Oil discharge per unit of producer water discharge, means basically like every oil industry they are producing a lot of producer water. So based on the quantity of the producer water, how much of oil is discharged. So that is also like a very good. Here on the left side you can see milligrams of oil per liter of produced water discharged onshore, means like here we measure in ppm. Okay, it should be less than 10 ppm when you are discharging the water, effluent water. So again, whether it is in the subsurface or into the injectors, so the like effluent water quality is very, very important. It will damage the reservoir. So that's the reason when we are treating the effluent water, we are very much careful to measure the oil quantity which is there. It should not be more than 10 ppm. So we are even sometimes achieving even less than 6 ppm also. So this is also another very good important measure we need to have that one implement. Number of oil spills which are more than 1 barrel in size per unit of hydrocarbon production. This is another good indicator, is number of oil spills, but again per unit of hydrocarbon production. Quantity of oil spilled per unit of hydrocarbon production. If you simply take the quantity of oil spill, which unfortunately is happening in many of the companies, they are simply measuring the quantity of oil spill in barrels and they are comparing with one company to another company. Oh, that company has 5,000 barrels leak, this company has only 5 barrels leak. No, this is not the right approach. So like if you really want to measure this, means you need to compare with the hydrocarbon production only. If you don't consider that hydrocarbon production, so you are not doing justice to that particular measure. Unfortunately, it is happening.